Okay. Salutations, everybody. Give me 1 second while I double check everything to make sure everything is in working order. But, welcome everybody. We're back. And I really enjoyed yesterday's stream where it just got to kind of chill, didn't really have to do too much. So, and I kind of like the prospect of potentially finding my shiny monkey. So, I figured, why not go ahead and try again? See if I couldn't manage to get the shiny monkey this go around. So, we're back, trying again. Let's hope for better luck this time. Just some of my settings here, just a tad. And let's... Okay. There we go. We're looking good so far. I think everything should be running smoothly. If anything is off, let me know and I'll fix it. Crossing my fingers that this time hopefully we do not have technical difficulties like we had last time. Okay, let me get this. Boom. And here we go. Let's get into this. Getting started a little earlier than I did yesterday, so hopefully we can manage to get a few more encounters in today. Alright. Shiny only? Oh, how's it going, Andrew? No, this is actually different. This is continuation from yesterday, but trying to get the shiny Chimchar out of Brilliant Diamond, because I still have yet to play this game. I never got to play it because I refused to play through it without having the shiny Chimchar. So, here we are. I missed all the events, I've seen 2 shiny Starly, well over the odds, and we're back trying to find this shiny. I figured I'd take a little bit of a break from shiny only runs and everything and to go into hunting for this shiny Chimchar. Because why not? I can chill, kind of just chat, and see what happens. But attempt number 1 is a no-go. Did not get it on the first go. I see, me too, bro. Me too. What do you mean, you two? The fact that you're chilling, or the fact that you also haven't gotten a shiny in this game and you were going for it? I don't even know what shiny you would have gone for this one. But I'm hoping that my persistence will pay off, and that I'll manage to finally find this shiny Chimchar sometime soon. But I kind of feel like turning this into a little bit of a, almost like a mini-series myself. I haven't played it either, but I'm also going for the Chimchar. Ah, I see. Okay. I have been trying to get this since this game came out 2021. So see what happens. Not had great luck with this, but hey, it's alright. It's not great odds, to be fair. So, attempt number 2 here. Not here on attempt number 2, so we continue. I figure what better way to go about trying to continue to do this. Now, I don't know, as I've said a few times, I don't know whether or not I'll actually play through this game on stream. I probably won't, because I'll want to play it probably on my own. But it's not out of the realm of possibilities. If people want to see me play through it, then I can play through it. But I want to try and get the Shiny Chimchar because I do not have Shiny Chimchar in anything but Pokemon Go, and I would love to have a Shiny Chimchar for the playthrough since it's not Shiny locked. So, see what happens. We need to join up and play together or run through it. I don't know, can you even join up and play these games together? I've not actually gotten to play the game, so I have no idea. But I've just been chilling, trying to figure it out. I'm stuck in a loop. Hold on. There we go. I broke the cycle. Keep getting stuck in these loops where I get used to pushing the A button, and I just keep pressing the A button, and I can't get myself to stop, but I just gotta get out of the loop. But no Chimchar on number 3, so on to attempt number 4. Me either. Yep. I was tempted to continue my Shiny Only run. It was between doing that, playing TCG Card Shop Sim, or continuing with this. And I already had this set up, and I kind of felt like chilling and doing some more Shiny attempts. See if I could manage to find it today. At least get in another 100 attempts, if not maybe do more, because I'm getting started a little earlier. Only managed to get in 100 attempts yesterday. I wanted to do more, but by the time we got done, it was like 1:30 in the morning, so... Granted, I didn't get started until almost 10, but... I'm hoping to have a little bit better luck. Maybe this time I can get in like another 100 to 150 attempts. Or maybe even more. I did have technical difficulties for like the first 15 minutes, so I'm messing with that, having to restart the stream and do everything over again. Maybe we'll manage to get through a few more of these today. This is attempt number 4. We're gonna see what we got. Nothing on number 4, so we're going to 5. Already 5 in. Just say, oh, can't play the same game, but just say sit at the house and play. I mean, yeah, that's possible. Unless everybody wants me to stream it, in which case, well, then I can't do that. I have to actually be home so I can stream it. But I am definitely going to try and manage to get this Shiny Chimchar. Hopefully I can manage to get it, but we're gonna see. Hold on, I'm trying to fix something here. Okay, that should help. Had to fix a few things there real quick. Alright. Well, what are you up to this evening? You just kind of hanging out, chilling? Oh, myself, I got done doing a little bit of recording and stuff earlier today. Went and got myself a few things and, recorded a video that I gotta try and work on getting uploaded, along with a couple others. Well, actually, I recorded 2 videos, but one of them's a short and one of them's an actual video. So I gotta work on getting those done, getting those uploaded, as well as trying to get a couple others finished and uploaded. And I've been trying to work on Premiere and trying to practice on Premiere a bit so I can try and work on my editing skills so that I can do more advanced editing rather than just little things where I can just kind of shorten or maybe add 1 or 2 things here or there. Try and actually manage to be able to do some at least light editing of some kind. Hello Rex, how's it going? How are you doing on this fine Tuesday evening? Alright, here we go. Nothing there. I'm doing good. Can't complain. I'm chilling here doing some shiny hunting. Ah, good to see you're doing well as well, Andrew. You went on a bike ride. Nice. I'm having a pretty nice chill evening. I can't complain. I'm just sitting here doing some Pokemon shiny hunting, chilling, relaxing, just hanging out with people. Just chilling and trying to work on getting those YouTube watch hours up, while at the same time trying to complete some shiny hunts. So maybe one day I can finally actually play this game. I'm really trying to get it done before the next Pokemon game comes out, because Legends Legends ZA is just around the corner, so I'm trying to get through this before that happens. I would love to get this done before then, but who knows. I also need to get through my shiny only run on on Violet too. This is number 7, by the way. Nothing there. It's awesome. Yeah, definitely can't complain. Having a good time. Just trying to chill. And then chill. Hopefully manage to find myself try and find myself shiny monkey. Try to get some watch hours up over on YouTube. The whole shebang. I've been really trying to get myself back into the whole YouTube grind of trying to get videos up and everything. Ever since I moved away from doing daily, it's so much harder to do videos because I don't know how to edit very well. Excuse the dogs barking in the background, they're going to choose to be an annoyance. I don't know how to edit very well, so trying to upload videos while at the same time practicing editing and things, and also still putting out videos, even those that are like not complete or I haven't really edited or anything, just so I can keep uploading stuff. It's because I record something and I'm like, I have an idea of what I could do with it, but I've got to learn how to do that before I can do it. But the problem is, I record a bunch of stuff, and then I have a big back catalog, and I have these ideas to do stuff with them, but I haven't learned how to do it properly, or it's taking me a little bit in order to figure it out. So it's like, well, I don't want to just sit on this forever. I need to just post something. So I end up with a bunch of stuff and not uploading any of it. Whoa, go back. So I'm trying to get a balance where I have some stuff to upload, as well as I have some stuff where I can work on editing it, that it's like I can sit on this for a little bit, work on it, and it'll be fine. Whenever I upload it, and that'll be good. While also still doing streams and everything, because everybody loves some good streams, and I love doing streams because it's fun and it's great to hang out with people. And streams are nice, because, especially over on YouTube, because the stream counts as watch hours for the channel, as well as the VOD afterwards. If anybody watches it, also counts towards videos, as long as I have the VODs uploaded, which of course I do all my VODs, I upload them afterwards. I just put them so that they automatically do. So if someone happens to miss it, or they want to see like what happens or something, they weren't able to watch the whole stream, they always have the opportunity to go back and watch it. So I know not everybody has time to sit and watch a live stream all day. I know myself, I like VOD content. I know it's not everybody's thing, but it's one of those where it's like, I need something to put on in the background where it's like, I can kind of listen and I can look over and watch while I'm doing other stuff. I love having long VOD videos to do that. One of my favorite kinds of things to do that, although he actually does edit his videos, they just turn out to be really long because that's just how he does most of his videos, but Click Productions, love his 2K videos. Have been watching him forever. That is the perfect videos for me to put on to do anything. I can sit there and watch his videos, watch him doing like the simulations, doing whatever, his rebuilds, all that kind of stuff. Or I can have it on the side while I'm playing games or working on videos or working on, well, back when I was still in school, working on homework, that kind of stuff, where it's like, it's not distracting, it's just the right amount of noise to where I can pay attention to it and still listen and still be able to work. It's like perfect. Those kind of things, I love having that kind of stuff because I don't have to pay attention to it all the time, and I can tune in and out. And just based on little bits and pieces that I pick up, I know exactly what I missed or what I did. What attempt are we on? This will be attempt number 8. We are very early in. But welcome, Dino Guy. Welcome back. Decided to go ahead and do it again for a second day in a row. I didn't feel like setting up the shiny only run today. I did some recording right before I got in here to do this, so I was like, I won't change it. I'll just go ahead and do round 2 on shiny hunting the Chimchar. See if maybe I can't get lucky today and go ahead and find it. If not, I'm hoping to be able to do more than just 100 attempts today. I want to try and aim for like 150, or if we're doing really good, maybe even get to that 200 mark, since I got started a little bit earlier. But we'll find out. At minimum, of course, I want to do 100 attempts. Anytime I do this, I want to do at least 100 attempts, if not more. But you haven't missed anything. We're very early on in this one. Going into number 9 right now, we still got a lot of attempts to go today before I hit 100. I'm echoing? Am I echoing? Hold on, let me check. I'll pull up my audio here. I don't know why it would be echoing. It's kind of odd, but let me see here. I don't know, I don't hear an echo. I don't know, is anyone over on the YouTube hear an echo in my microphone? See what we got here for attempt number 9. Nothing. Well, on to number 10. It's weird, it's only when you talk. Never mind, it was my phone. Well, I would assume that if my voice is echoing, that it would be only when I'm talking. But, you know, that's kind of how an echo works. It'd be a little hard for there to be an echo if there's no noise. But also, it makes sense that it's your phone, because I definitely wasn't hearing it on my end. Don't hear any echo. I was gonna say, I definitely don't hear any echo on my end, so... He probably just needed to refresh his Twitch, is all it was. Sometimes Twitch can be weird like that, it happens. On the mobile app, Twitch mobile, sometimes a little here or there. It's great, but at the same time, also, kind of a pain in the butt, 'cause sometimes it just don't want to work right. Alright, here we go. This is attempt number 10. And that's a no-go. On to the next one. Our first 10 down, at least 90 more to go. Alright, here we go. Well, anybody else playing any Pokemon games themselves out there, or no? This is attempt number 11 right here. Let's see what we got. Nope. On to the next one. Another reason why I've been kind of, or another reason why I like doing the shiny hunts like this, where I don't really have to do too much, is not only because I get to chill, read chat, just kind of hang out, talk with everybody, but I also get to do things on the side, and I've been trying to knock some shows and movies off of my watch list that I have accumulated a ton of stuff on over the last several years and haven't really been doing much watching. So I've been knocking out shows as I go, trying to get through things and trying to finish the list and get caught up on things. So while I'm doing this, if things don't get, or if there's not too many people chatting or anything, or we're not talking too much, I can throw on a show and start knocking some stuff out. Like yesterday, I was doing Gravity Falls. I've been working on trying to get through Gravity Falls. I finished The Boys a little while back and went from The Boys to Gravity Falls, which that's one heck of a difference between The Boys and Gravity Falls, but I watched through that, and then I went on to Gravity Falls because this only has 2 seasons. There's like 40, I think it's 41 episodes total between 2 seasons. And I was like, oh, that's not too bad. I can get through Gravity Falls and fully watch it from beginning to end instead of having seen the like in-between episodes. And so, in between talking to you guys and everything, I can watch like Gravity Falls as I'm going. Try and get myself caught up on some of these shows that I've been behind on. Trying to find Shiny Mudkip in Pokemon Scarlet. Oh, nice. Yourself a Shiny Mudkip. That's fun. You're watching The Boys right now. Nice. What season are you on? It took me way too long to get through The Boys. I've been trying to watch through The Boys for over a year. It was one of those where, because the episodes are longer, but it's a lot of story in those longer episodes, I want to pay attention to it, so I'm like actively trying to watch it. So I can't multitask as much while still doing the full run of the story. And since the episodes are an hour, it's not like I can watch them back over really quick. So, I've been, it took me forever to get through The Boys, but I finally got through it. It's taken me far less time to go through Gravity Falls, albeit I've only done 1 season. But I started Gravity Falls at the end of last week, and finished the first season yesterday. And now I'm starting on season 2 now. So, getting through Gravity Falls a little bit faster. Season 6, Season 2, Episode 6. Okay. So, you still got a long way to go and a lot of fun craziness to go from there. Oh boy. Are you in for some treats? Let me tell you, that show ceases to amaze me how it continues to one-up itself as it goes. You think, man, the last episode was pretty crazy, and then the next one happens, and then the next one happens. And you're like, man, that was a crazy season. And then the next season happens, and then you're like, how did they top last season? And then you turn around and then you get to the next season. It's like, what is happening here? How does this progressively continue to get more and more insane? It is a crazy fun show to watch. It is always keeping you on your toes. Really good so far. It is a good show. But man, does it always keep you on your toes. You're always wondering like what is gonna happen next. And then despite what you think is gonna happen, it'll go the complete opposite and just completely throw everything you thought out the window. It's absolutely ridiculous, and that's what makes it so crazy and so much fun to watch. And I wanted to make it my mission. I told Cash, I'm like, make sure that you make sure I get through the boys. All of it before the last season starts. Because the last season's supposed to be coming around the corner. I can't remember whether it releases later. I think it's next year is when it releases. Sometime next year. But I'm like, I don't want to push this off and wait until after the full show is out, because I know knowing that the full show is released is harder for me to want to like get to it and actually watch it. It'll just get put on the back burner, especially with it being like hour-long episodes. So like I need to get it started so that I'm invested in it, so that when that final season releases, I'll be more intrigued and more invested to go watch that final season, rather than, oh, well, the whole thing is out, I'll get around to it eventually. It's kind of what happened I should say is happened with Game of Thrones. I've been interested in watching Game of Thrones. Oh my goodness, I got hiccups. Been wanting to watch Game of Thrones for a while, but the problem is Game of Thrones is done. It is all the way through. And so, because of that, my brain automatically puts it on the back burner because it's longer, it takes more time, I have to invest a whole lot more into it. And I would rather put things that I know I can knock out and get through faster before it. So because I never actually watched it going through the show while it was releasing, I never got invested in it. So it's one of those where I'm like passively invested, where I want to watch it at some point, but I can't get myself to actually sit down and start it. I would rather start something that I know I can get through faster so I can get it off of my list. So I've gone through more stuff. So it just gets put all the way down at the bottom of the list. It could be some of the, like Breaking Bad, like incredibly great shows I haven't seen anything from because it's just gotten put on the back burner because it's complete. And I'll have to at some point get myself invested in it to do that. But until I do, I can't do anything. I'm not going to watch it because there's going to be other shows that I put before it. So I can't watch Game of Thrones. Why can't you watch Game of Thrones? Just not something you're interested in? Temp 14, by the way. Nope, nothing there. On a 15. Too slow. I don't know, like I said, I haven't watched Game of Thrones, so I guess I don't know for sure how slow or fast it is, what the pacing is. I know one thing's for sure, one show that I'll never watch, or at least I won't watch the original. Now, maybe I'll watch the revised version that's supposed to be condensed, is despite the fact that I have been asked by numerous amounts of people to watch it, is One Piece. Because I can't even fathom wasting my time watching 1,000 episodes of anything. I just can't. That is so unfathomably much time that I can't even consider doing that. If the new show that they're making, which I think is literally just called The One Piece, is like significantly condensed down to just the main parts of the story, and it knocks out the hundreds of episodes of filler, then maybe I'll give it the time to watch it. Number 15 is a no-go. But it will have to be heavily condensed for me to consider that. But shows like that, where it's like, it's an insane amount of episodes, are really hard for me to get into, because it's just so many episodes to watch. That is such a crazy amount of stuff. I would have to be heavily hyped to watch it in order to do that. And there's very few shows that are that enticing to me that it's like, I've got to watch it despite that fact. You're the same way with One Piece. Yeah, it's just, that's so many episodes. That's not like a small thing. It is just, that is a crazy amount of episodes to try and get through. It's that's insane. If it's heavily condensed into, I could even give you like maybe 200 episodes, and that's a lot. But that is significantly more manageable in comparison to the 1,000 plus that the original is, because that's just so much filler. At least all the episodes in that 200 are going to be mostly meaningful, because it's actually going to be like important story. It's just, I have to know that what I'm watching is meaningful, because if I'm just watching constant filler episodes, there's going to be no interest for me to keep watching. This is encounter 16, by the way. Oh. On to the next one. But yeah, shows like right now where I'm going through Gravity Falls, it's 41 episodes. I also went through and watched all the mini episodes as well, but I did that before I watched those, and most of those were like 2 to 5 minutes long. In total, probably about the length of an episode, give or take a couple minutes. So say 42 episodes total if you count all of those like mini stories for Gravity Falls. That is a whole lot more manageable, with them being roughly about 20 to 23 minutes long. That's a whole lot easier to knock out. You could do that if you wanted to in a day, if you were really that dedicated to it. I am not dedicated to trying to watch anything that much, but I am just getting through Gravity Falls. It's like, oh, this is so nice. It's like I can come in, jump in, watch an entire episode, and then get through a couple episodes, and then come back later or whatever, go do something, and then come back and watch some more or whatever. And I can pick right up where I left off, and there's no, it's super easy. Nothing on that one. But, some things like The Boys, why it took me so long to get through is just because those episodes are so long that it's a time investment. You have to sit there for like an hour and watch it. And you can't really split it up because it's so hard to split those episodes up, because you're always like wanting to keep watching. It keeps you wanting to watch. So you don't really want to like stop it in the middle of an episode and then pick back up, because it almost ruins like the feel that you get as the episode continues to build. So The Boys was a really hard one to get through because I had to find times where I'm like, alright, I have nothing going on right now. This is what I'm gonna do. Or it's like, I can sit here and work on this slightly passively while I watch this episode. And I can slowly chip away at it. It took me so long because I very rarely could watch more than one episode in a day. Just because I never have so much time, or I struggle to just stop and like, oh, I'm just gonna sit here and do this and watch this for an hour or for multiple hours. It's like, I gotta do something. He could barely open his eyes before the game closed. Yeah, well, trying to get through words. They're very difficult sometimes. Trying to get through more encounters today than I did yesterday. So yeah, if I immediately see that it's not Pink Monkey, well, gotta move on. I would like to try and get 150 encounters in today. I would like to try and get 150 in. And right now, we're making pretty good progress. We are currently going to be heading on to number 19. We'll almost be 20 through already. That is significantly faster than what our progress was yesterday. Let's hope we don't get a shiny Starly again. I agree. If I get another shiny Starly, I will be so unbelievably sad. I have had way too many shiny Starly in comparison to shiny Chimchar. It said 2 for sure and a third possible that I'm not 100% sure whether it actually was or wasn't a shiny Starly. Just the fact that I've had 2 before I even got the shiny Chimchar is stupid. I'm just ready for this Pink Monkey. This is number 19. No dice on 19. Heading into number 20. 20 in already. Will be 20 in about 40 minutes or so, with about 5 minutes to be setting things up, so not too bad. Alright. Nothing here. My 7th picnic for the Mudkip. Well, 7 picnics isn't too bad. I think I did at least 7 picnics or more for all of my shinies in my shiny only run so far, so you still got probably quite a few to go. Do you have the shiny charm and everything as well, or do you not have your Pokedex completed? I know in my shiny only run I am not even considering trying to complete the Pokedex or anything for increased odds. It's just going to take so much longer than it would be worth. And nothing. 21. I don't have the dex filled out. I get way too bored, way too fast to do that. I don't know, I haven't ever completed a Pokedex in any game up until Scarlet and Violet, and it really wasn't that difficult to do. Once you just like sit down, you're like, alright, I'm gonna fill out this Pokedex. It's really easy. Especially when you have somebody else who's... Granted, I had the benefit of having somebody else who had already played through the entire game and completed the Pokedex as well. My brother had done that before I did. So he helped speed up the process a little bit for some of the more difficult ones. He just traded me the Pokemon so that I actually just had them faster, so I didn't have to go through some of the monotonous tasks of getting them. But it's really not too horribly difficult. I mean, I did the majority of the Pokedex well before I got his help with any of them, and I was just mostly going to trade with him for the version exclusives so that I could get those. This is number 22, by the way. And I did most of mine just for the version exclusives, and he just traded me some of the other ones that were a little bit easier, more difficult to obtain, just to make it a little bit faster for me to get it. But you can look up the fast ways in order to try and get certain Pokemon and involve certain Pokemon and stuff like that really easy. Because good old YouTube makes it super easy to find those videos. You just look it up and boom, there's probably at least a dozen or more videos on how to do it. Especially for Pokemon, because everybody loves making the same video on the same thing 100 times. The content makes itself, basically. I get distracted very easily. I also can be the same way. I can get very easily distracted as well. But I will see a whole bunch of like, ooh, shiny thing, or oh, hey, that's actually a pretty cool outbreak. Let me go do that. And do an entire outbreak and be like, oh wait, I shouldn't have been doing an outbreak. I was supposed to be trying to get this stuff. Yeah, I can be pretty bad at doing that sometimes. I can do that a lot in games, period, where I just can get a little sidetracked by doing other monotonous tasks or things where it's like, huh, I don't care. Sea of Thieves is a great example. Nobody, and I mean nobody, probably. I guess I can't 100% confirm that. Nothing on 23, by the way. But Sea of Thieves, everybody else will be like getting cargo and everything, whatever, trying to get some crates and stuff so that we can get different loot and things so that while we're going around in our ship we don't have to worry about trying to loot as much and all this. While they're all doing that, like, I might buy some stuff just because I have the money or whatever, but I will find myself more times than not getting sidetracked, and I will be digging up worms or something while they're doing that, because while we're out looting and doing all this stuff while we're or in between when we're sailing to different islands, I will be sitting there fishing. Doesn't matter what's going on. I will just be fishing. I'll catch a whole bunch of fish, and then while we're doing stuff, like when we get to an island, I'll help out looting and whatever. But as soon as we're out sailing again, like unless we're getting attacked, I'm just sitting there fishing the entire time. And if they don't need my help doing anything, that's what I'll be doing. I'll just be completely sidetracked doing fishing. Stupid things like that. I will just get completely fixated on something like that for no reason. Just because I think it's funny. And my brain will just latch onto that. I don't know why. It just happens. It's the same reason. It's kind of the same reason, in a way, why I like Call of Duty. Because not because of like, oh, it's a great game or anything. A lot of the times, it's just because I like to see the numbers, like just the leveling process of getting leveled up. And if I ever get to the point where it's like I'm max level, I've almost completely lost interest because there's no way for me to raise the number any higher. It doesn't make sense. I just like numbers going up. I like watching numbers go up. Mudkip on the Piplup. Oh, did you get the shiny Mudkip? That's awesome. I assume you had made a sandwich or something too in order to help you out. That's another thing in my shiny only run that I can't do yet is sandwiches because I don't have Urban Mystica. Because I'm locked behind, I have to get a shiny before I can do anything. Because that's the rules I've dictated for myself. I have to have a shiny for each progression through the story. So I can't continue until I get a shiny in order to continue from there. And I can't really get Urban Mystica very easily. So I can't make shining sandwiches in order to help myself out. By the way, that's 25. Right? Yeah, 25. So it takes even longer because the only like bonus I can get is through outbreaks by eliminating 60 Pokemon and then just constantly resetting with picnics. That's the only bonus I can get because I don't have Shiny Charm and I don't have Shiny Sandwiches. I can't make them. So until I can do that, it just takes so long to find any shiny Pokemon. And running through the game, which I've tried to do several times where I just run around and try and find a shiny, just hasn't worked, ever. I happened to find a shiny Hoppip on accident when I turned around after healing my shiny Vermilion while I was trying to raise it up high enough level in order to take on the next ball, or to take on the first gym. Alright, let's see here. 26. Alright. 27. Nothing. So you say on to Piplup. Are you doing are you gonna be doing Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl to try and find Piplup, or are you finding Piplup in Scarlet or Violet? I don't know what the outbreaks are for you. Although, if I had a Mudkip outbreak, I 100% would do a Mudkip outbreak. I got a Knackley outbreak, and I immediately went straight for that. I really wanted to do a Ghastly too. I wanted to do it, but the day hit, or the end of the night came, and I wasn't able to get to it anyway, so I ended up missing that outbreak, because of course you only get those at night, so. But if I found a Mudkip outbreak, I would have to do a Mudkip outbreak. It would be so fun to have a shiny Mudkip on the team. I'm trying to find every water starter in Scarlet. Okay. That's cool. So, are you working your way up from Gen 1 all the way up to the newest gen? Kind of. I guess you can't really do outbreaks for those, but I mean, you could do eggs. Do like the Masuda method and try and get yourself some, get yourself a shiny out of the eggs. Or are you just kind of doing whatever appears? Yes, okay, so you're trying to work your way up. That's cool. My brother, he loves shiny hunting, and he'll basically just do whatever is available, unless he's got something in his mind that he's going for, in which case he'll just make a sandwich and just go to an area where he knows it spawns, and then just do sandwiches so that he can increase the shiny odds and then increase encounters of that type of Pokemon. But if he's got outbreaks of stuff, like whenever Frigibax and stuff, like those guys were going on here a little while back, he was doing Frigibax outbreaks like crazy, trying to get like shiny Frigibax. I think he ended up with a bunch of them. I know he ended up with more than me because I don't have any, because I didn't do any of those outbreaks. I've been doing the raids, the shiny raid events, where they've been giving out the legendaries for people taking them down. So I've been doing those and just kind of building up my my Urban Mystica so I could do more shiny hunts of stuff that I'm looking for. So I've just been grinding out a whole bunch of those whenever I play Scarlet on my own. That, or I'll just kind of run around monotonously and just see what I can find, because I have the Shiny Charm. The Shiny Charm is just kind of busted in that game because I find shinies more times than not without trying than I do when I do try. And it becomes insanely busted if you have the Shiny Charm and you do outbreaks. That's why I would suggest doing the Shiny Charm, because I think it gets the odds down to like 1 in 1,000 or something. It cuts the odds down by like a full, or by like 3/4. It's nuts. It is actually really good to have the Shiny Charm, because you do that, and then on top of that, if you're doing outbreaks, you do the 60 eliminations, and you get your odds to like 1 in 500. Which doesn't really take all that long in order to do, realistically. Alright. This is number 30. And nothing. And nothing. Alright. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back.
am back.
Oh man. We have a Starly situation. I found a shiny horsey. I see. I don't know if that's that's a Starly situation. I think that's just an added bonus. You got yourself a free shiny horsey, and you weren't even looking for it. Be a little different if you couldn't catch the horsey, though. See, unfortunately, if I run into shiny Starly like I have twice already, I can't actually catch the shiny Starly. I just get to cry at the fact that I saw it, and it also wasn't my Chimchar that was shiny. For me, it's like, oh, that would be cool, but you know, I can't. For you, you just get an extra bonus, because now you got a shiny horsey as well. Which is actually kind of pretty decent shiny, I'm not gonna lie. Originally, didn't think that horsey shiny was all that crazy, but honestly, not bad. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Nothing. Alright, next one. Cedra shiny is nice. Yeah. It's a pretty good shiny, honestly. And nothing. Alright. This is 34, I believe. Yep, 34. And nothing. On to 35. Alright. Oh dear. Not a surprise. I'm gonna take care of you really quick. Boom. This. And go. Alright. That'll do. Had to ban a bot and report it real quick. Alright, let's see what we got. And let's see what we got here. Nothing. On to the next one. 35. And nothing there. Alright. What will you do if you get the shiny? I'll finally play this game. Or I'll finally be able to play this game, at least. What will I do if I get it during stream? Honestly, I don't know. I haven't gotten that far. I'm not expecting anything because I've gone this far and I've not seen the shinies. So, I mean, every single one of these I'm not actually expecting to ever see it. So, one of these times it's going to happen, but I'm definitely not going to expect it when it happens. I haven't really thought that far ahead, honestly. I don't really know what I'll do. There's always potential I might just start playing the game at least for a little bit and then finish up the stream at least playing it, enjoying and admiring my shiny Chimchar. I mean, that's probably what I'd do, just because I don't know what else, unless I get it literally right at the end of a stream. But yeah, I haven't really thought that far ahead because I don't know that I anticipated on it ever happening. It's been this long, it feels like it's just never going to happen. I don't know. If it does happen early on in the stream, though, I probably will just... I'll either swap to a different game if it's so early on that everyone would want to watch, or I'll just probably just continue playing the game, just admiring my shiny Chimchar and enjoying it for a bit. Just because it took me ages to get it, you know, may as well enjoy it. Flaunt it, show it around a little bit. Let everybody bask in the glory of the shiny Chimchar that took me 4 years to get. But, you know. I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I gotta see this man as a pink monkey first. A reddish pink monkey. And it wasn't that attempt. And what do we got this time? And nothing. Next one. And that's not it either. So on to the next. That is 35, I believe. Sorry, 40. That is 40 already. I lost track. Kind of. I'm keeping a tally on the side, so I know how much it is. It's just, I lost track of how many it was in my brain. I'm 5 behind. Do Pop-Tarts boost shiny luck? I have no idea. Pop-Tarts are pretty delicious. They might help. You give you a delicious treat while you shiny hunt. But I don't know about whether or not it'll raise your shiny odds. It'll just give you a little bit of an extra energy boost to try and find something, though. If there's something called Pop-Tarts in the game, well, I don't know. I think there is actually something you can buy that technically gives you shining power, but it's only shining power level 1, and I don't think you can get it until, or I think you have to get it out of the cafeteria in the DLC. I think that's the only one. But no, I wish I could say eating Pop-Tarts in real life would give you better shiny luck. Unfortunately, I cannot confirm that that works. But I guess technically speaking, I don't have any Pop-Tarts on me to say that it doesn't work. So in theory, maybe. Gonna have to get the Mythbusters on that one. Test those odds. Let's see here. Alright, come on, Chimcha. What we got? Nothing. Next one. Alright. Alright. Huh. Alright, here we go. Nope. Next one. What we got? True, what Turtwig, don't you? No, I actually don't want Turtwig. I just want Chimchar. Why did Turtwig have to be the first option? Why couldn't it have been? Why couldn't it have just simply been Chimchar? That way, I just could have easily, just boom, immediately done. Alright. Nothing again. Alright. Works for me. I would like the Turtwig to be the first, or not be the first option, so that I could just simply put Chimchar there. That way, I don't have to worry about scrolling over. I can just immediately boom, boom, make it even just that much faster. But unfortunately, it is not on the side, and I don't get to dictate where it goes, so I have to deal with it. And nothing on that attempt. Next one. Alright. Let's see. Apologies, I'm texting my brother happy birthday, because I forgot I hadn't done that yet. But he's just a little fella. Well, you know, Chimchar's also a little fella, and he, you know, he's kind of a little fire monkey that I'm going for right now, so... You know, we could just swap little fellows around. We could go Chimchar first, that way I can have just that little extra bit of time to run through these. Let's see what we got here. We're getting up to 50 attempts soon. And that's not it. Even the loading has Turtwig first. Well, you know. Look, alright, just because the game favors Turtwig doesn't mean he's the superior starter here, alright? Look, well, we're all fans of Turtwig, but, you know, Chimchar, I think he's got a little bit of a leg up here. I think they gotta show some love to Turtwig, because I think he gets a little bit forgotten about. But, you know, honestly, that's kind of fair, because in the anime, I'm pretty sure Turtwig kind of does get forgotten about a little bit in comparison to Chimchar and Piplup. Yeah, Don's got Piplup, Ash got Chimchar, he's around a lot. Turtwig, not as much. He's there, but not really all that much in comparison to the other two. Especially not Piplup. Piplup's always there. So, you know, I guess they had to give Turtwig something in one of these, you know. Had to give him a little bit of favoritism in something. Give him the spotlight in Brilliant Diamond, you know. Gotta show the love. Alright, let's see what we got. And nothing. And nothing. Just because Chimchar has the advantage doesn't mean he's better. Torterra gets ground type to counter it. Well, listen here, alright? I'm not saying he's superior because he's got the type advantage. I'm saying he's superior because he's a cool little monkey. He's a fire monkey that turns into a fire fighting type. He'll just simply punch you in the face. So, I mean, pretty sure he's got a pretty good advantage there. Alright, let's see what we got here. Nope. Next one. I understand he is monkey, but turtle is turtle. Mini island. Well, true, but fighting monkey. Bro's literally got flaming fists. I mean, make a treehouse on Torterra. I don't think he's that big. Look, he might be a moving island, but I don't think he's that large. A little tree on his back isn't big enough to make a treehouse. You might be able to set up a very small tent on his back, maybe. I don't know about a treehouse. And nothing on that Chimchar. Next one. Treehouse for other Pokemon. It's still going to be a pretty small treehouse, but what you're saying is put a birdhouse on Torterra is basically what you're saying. And nothing there. Next one. That's another 5 down. Could you make a garden on Torterra? I mean, in theory, you probably might be able to. I don't know. Wouldn't be able to take very good roots. I don't know. Would that be bad? I mean, you wouldn't want to do anything that would damage its shell. But I don't know how that works. I don't know how usable Torterra's shell is for growing things. I mean, he always has a tree there, but I mean, he's kind of always got that little sprout on him from the beginning anyway. So, you know, the tree just kind of shifts around throughout the whole thing. So, I don't know how that works. You'd have to ask Professor Oak. He'd be able to tell you more. Apple tree, infinite food source. I mean, I don't know if it's if you get infinite source. I mean, there is only so many apples you could get out of that tree, but you know. You would get a mobile food source, though, that's for sure. As well as if you grew a garden on it. I mean, you would have a mobile food source. Brock might bring it around, you know. Have himself a little mobile garden. But I don't know how that would work with going into a Pokeball and things either. How does time work there? Especially with no sun. How would that work? How would they grow? These are all questions. Questions we'll never get answers to, most likely, but they are interesting questions. to water the tree? Does the Torterra drink the water? Do you pour the water on the tree? Have other Pokemon set up the sun? I mean, yeah, but that doesn't work in a Pokeball because you only have one Pokemon per Pokeball. So how would you get the sun in there? And I have no idea how you get water to it. I assume you would water it, but also that does make sense. I mean, does the tree get water from the Torterra drinking water? Does, you know, I mean, it is a grass type. These are all confusing questions. This is why we have professors that do these things. At least in the Pokemon world. Off we go into the next one. Alright. The amount of questions we could ask on that, though. How Torterra works. We go round and round for days. Really, you could ask that same question for anything, because another ultimate question that nobody understands is how weight works for Pokemon in the Pokemon universe, because apparently some people are just able to carry around characters that weigh like a ton, like it's nothing, but yet characters that don't weigh anywhere near that are that you see people struggle with. So you know, questions that we'll never get answers to, and logic that never will apply. But you know, it is what it is. And not that one. Next one. Alright, let's see what we got here. Come on, Chimchar. Just one time. That's all I need, is the one time. Nope. Alright. Next one. This next one is 55, our 55th attempt. And nope. 55 down. Alright. Come on, Chimchar. And nothing. Next one. Alright. Alright. Nothing. Alright, let's see what we got. And nothing there. Alright. And nothing. Next one. See the shiny Turtwig, I mean Chimchar. Listen here, you. You better watch yourself. Alright. 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 And nothing again. Next one. We are over 60 attempts so far. Haven't seen one so far today. No shiny Chimchars yet. The Piplup? Never mind. Ah. The Piplup. Ooh, my goodness. You know, that would be something that would happen. I somehow would accidentally select Piplup and then end up getting a shiny Piplup. That would be the one. Because I never accidentally select Piplup. But somehow the one time I managed to do it, that's when I would get it. Is I would accidentally do the Piplup. And it would be a shiny Piplup. Alright. And nothing. Alright. And nothing. Oof. This Chimchar is not wanting to cooperate. Brutal. Alright, let's see what we got going forward here. We're over 60 attempts so far. This will be 64. Let's hope for the best. Alright. Come on, Chimchar. And nothing. Alright, next one. Alright, let's see if we don't get better luck this time. It's been tough, man. Number 390 will be the shiny. Have to keep track of that. And nothing there. Next one. Well, 390, that means that we'll have to do at least 2 more streams before we get to attempt 390, at least that are streamed attempts. If we're talking overall 390, well, I passed 390 a long time ago. But 390 in a series, well, that's definitely possible. Plausible. Words. Yeah, I'm struggling today. I cannot English good. It's the dex number. Hey, you know, maybe it's destiny. Its dex entry is 390. That means attempt number 390 will be the one. Maybe. Just maybe. Hopefully. That'd be great. That means that I only have to do this several more hours, and then I'll finally get there. We get to... Even if I was to end at 300, or if I was to end at 100, that'd be 200. We'd have 190 more to go, which would be at least 2 more if I only do 100 attempts per stream. I said, I don't know how many I'll do tonight. I might do 150. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how I feel. But another attempt here. Let's see what we got. Not it. Next one. If you're curious on what the percent of chance to encounter the shiny is, it would be 0.00024%. Not a very favorable percentage. But, you know, it is what it is. Alright, here we go again. And nothing. Anything for Turtwig. Huh. And nothing. Next one. Alright. And nothing. Alright. We need Mega Torterra. Well, we're gonna get Mega... Well, if they do keep up with the fact that they usually give Megas to the starters, Mega Totodile, Mega Meganium, and Mega Infernape, not Infernape. Tepig. Tepig for, or Mega for Tepig. My god, my brain, I am apparently very tired. It's too early for me to be this tired. I did sleep very rough last night, to be fair. I only woke up and fell back to sleep like 4 or 5 times. I don't know what's been going on. My sleep has been absolutely, like, decimated. I don't know what's going on. I cannot stay asleep to save my life. So all the time I'm just up and down, up and down, up and down. It's brutal. Guess I don't have to be up the crack of dawn tomorrow, which is nice, but it is what it is. Emboar. Yep, that's the one I was thinking of. You're right. I said Tepig because that was the first one I could think of, but then I almost said Chimchar, and I'm like, that's not even remotely close to what I was going for. Mega Emboar. You know what's kind of funny? Watching everybody, like, begging, absolutely begging for Megas to come back. And Megas come back, and just seeing the, like, people complain about not liking the designs and saying it's like, man, these just don't feel like Megas, has been kind of funny. And I won't say that I'm not semi a part of it. Like, I can't say that anything I've seen doesn't feel like a Mega. They all feel like Megas. Like, everything makes sense to be a Mega. As we don't get another shiny Chimchar. But, like, starting off with Dragonite. I understand what they went for. And I'm fine with that. But, I don't know. It just... I don't care for the wings. Like, everything else about it, I don't care for the wings on its head. That's kind of a little odd to me. Obviously, I get why they did it. But, it's like, it's already got wings as a Dragonite. That feels like you should have just utilized the wings. Instead of putting them on their head, just made the wings more ornate or something. Made them a little bigger or something. I was fine with the little, like, ball at the end of its tail. I think that's fine. But, I don't know. I thought it was a little odd, but it makes sense as a Mega, because it goes back to its previous evolutions. Then you had Mega Victreebel, and yeah, that one's just disturbing. I just don't like that one. That's just a straight up nope, don't care for it. I understand what it's going for, I guess, but there's something about it. It just does not up my tree, man. I don't care for that one at all. And then the one that I heard the least about, and I didn't even know actually existed until I looked it up the other day after I finally saw like a whisper of it from from a short, where I guess that Mega Halucha is a thing. I didn't know that. For the longest time, I saw it as like a small mention in somebody's short on YouTube. And so I looked up Mega Halucha. That thing just looks good. I like Mega Halucha. It's just good. I like the design. Why is the first Mega... That's just what I was thinking. It's like, why is the first Mega that came out that I saw, that I actually liked, the one that I didn't even know existed, until I just basically saw it or heard about it through a glancing glow, basically, as I was watching somebody's short. And then I had to go out of my way to go look it up. I didn't even hear anything about it getting released, no video, no nothing. It just, a small tidbit of somebody mentioning it in one of their shorts, and that's how I found out Mega Halucha existed. Went and looked up Mega Halucha, and I'm like, I actually like that design. That's pretty cool Mega. The first Mega that I actually liked, straight up just saw the design and like, that's cool, was the one that I wouldn't have even known anything about if it wasn't for that. That's just kind of crazy to me. And it's funny because nobody's talking about Mega Halucha. The one that's probably the best, in my opinion, designed of all of them that they've showed so far, which is only 3, is the one that I haven't heard anything about. And I guess that's either because people were kind of just like, yeah, that looks like a Mega, and just moved on, or it's so much so that where people just, if they didn't have anything to complain about it, or they just didn't like it, they just didn't acknowledge it existed. Like, they looked at it and they're like, that's cool, we like that. And then nobody said anything about it. It's like, oh, we just accept that that's fine, and since we don't have anything bad to say about it, we're just not going to talk about it existing at all. What is up with that? That doesn't make any sense. They get one right, and everyone's like, oh, okay, that's good. And we're not going to say anything, but whenever they don't make one that you like, people won't stop talking about it for days. But yet when they make a good one, everyone's like, oh, okay, we're just gonna move on. It's like, yeah, alright, that was good. You're just not gonna say, oh, good job, you made one that we actually really liked. Good, that's what we like to see. No. That's just kind of confusing to me. Also, Mega Halucha is kind of a funny one to see, because I would not have expected to see Mega Halucha get one, but it did. And you know, I'm not displeased with that. It gives me a reason to look at Halucha and be like, I might use you. Because outside of that, I probably wouldn't. You like Mega Dragonite? I mean, Dragonite is real. Yeah. I mean, it's not... I understand it. I understand the design choice they went with. I don't really care for it myself, but that's just because that's not really like my why didn't it? There we go. I don't care for the wings specifically on its head. I just don't care for that design that design choice of it. But outside of that, like, I like the idea that they were going for, like trying to wrap it back into Dragonair. That's cool. But I just didn't care for the wings on its head. I understand why they put the wings on its head, but I just didn't care for that design choice as much. Victreebel, as I've already said, there's just something about Victreebel where I see that and I'm just like, nah. I do not like that design. It does not work well with me. My brain immediately looks at that and it's just like, burn it. Burn it in fire. I don't like Victreebel. At least not that Mega. Victreebel's fine, but I don't care for that Mega. There's just something about it where it's like, that ain't right. Maybe with time I'll get used to it and my opinion will change, but looking at it in the trailers and everything, just not my thing. A few Megas are disturbing. Well, technically, if you really think about it, all Megas are disturbing. Because all Megas are terrible. Because it puts the Pokemon in extreme amounts of pain. But, I mean, the Mega, is it Mega, is it Galele? I can't remember. not church over. Oh my god, why am I brain farting? I really am struggling. And another Chimchar miss. Yeah, Mega Galele. That was the one I was thinking, the ice ground type. It literally dislocates its jaw. It's like, it straight up just dislocates and breaks its jaw. And it's Mega. Like, I don't know about you, but I'd find it incredibly uncomfortable and painful if somebody just broke and dislocated my jaw and just kind of pulled it down and just left it there. It doesn't seem very comfortable. This is really crazy that that's a Mega. It's like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Tyranitar's back splits open. Yeah, that's another one. This is like, what the heck? Megas are terrible. Let's just put these Pokemon in the most excruciating pain possible. And yeah, that's good. That seems like a good choice. I don't know about it, Chief. I don't know about it. There's some of them where I look at and I'm like, I don't know, that one's probably not as bad. It's like Dragonites, where it's like, I look at that and I'm like, that's probably not quite the same story as like Galele or Tyranitar's, where it just kind of has wings on its head and it gets a little ball on its tail. But yeah, all with the power of friendship. Exactly. Apparently friendship knows no bounds. If you're good enough friends with somebody, apparently you can just split their back open or rip their jaw off, and that'll be a-okay. Don't try and do that. That is not true. This is a PSA for everybody. Don't do that. That's horrible. But apparently in Pokemon, that's fine. I don't know. Another missed Chimchar. By the way, we're coming up on 75 attempts. This next one will be 74. Getting pretty close. I'm sure my friends will be fine. Yeah, I'm sure. You just rip their spine out or rip their jaw off. Yeah, they'll probably be fine. Just take a little bit of ibuprofen. Yeah, it'll be fine. Like whenever you get in a car accident, somebody tells you, it'll buff out. Half my front bumper and, half my engine's gone. But, it'll buff out. Sure it will. Yeah, that's how that works. I don't know. Yeah, games and everything, of course, it's a game and everything, so I mean, that just kind of gets brushed over. As a mechanic, yeah, I mean, it's interesting, but if you really think about it, I mean, it's horrible. Absolutely, it's just putting something through excruciating pain. It's like, that doesn't seem like a good thing to do, but okay. I'll test it this Thursday. Maybe don't do that. I don't think that I endorse that. That seems like a very bad thing. And nothing. That's 75. Principal won't be happy. I could say your principal might not approve of that either. Alright. And nothing. What do you think the next Mega reveal might be? Honestly, I don't know. The route that they've gone, if they want to do the fan service, and I don't even know if they'll do it yet, because I don't know how many they plan on doing until before they actually release the game, because it doesn't release until October. So, depending on what they want to do, if they really, really wanted to make everybody happy, and or also subsequently all upset because they probably won't like the design and stuff, but they would do Mega Mega Flygon. Like I said, I don't know how many more they plan on releasing, if they don't plan on releasing more than one, then if they only have one, they would probably do Mega Flygon if they did make Mega Flygon. If they plan on doing multiple, it's up in the air on who they might do. I have no idea. But my guess would be if they're only going to show one more to get people really hyped for it, it's probably going to be Mega Flygon. I'm hoping for the starters. They probably won't release the starters at all. And if they do, it probably won't be until like the day before release. Just realistically, they probably won't do it just because they'll want to leave those for you to discover, because they aren't going to want to get them all out, of course. But with it being the starters, they generally don't want to give out too big of things. And if they do, it's probably going to be something where they give it out like a day or two before the actual game releases, or they just won't do it at all. My guess would be Mega Flygon would be the next one that they do, if they do plan on doing another. I'm curious what they'll do for the starters, especially for Embor, because I could see a lot of really cool designs that they could do for Embor. I could also see a lot of really cool designs that they could do for Totodile. I don't know what direction they'll go with Meganium, but I'm intrigued to see it. I am intrigued by the game because I like the Legends series. I like the idea of the Legends series, but I don't know with the way that they're going about this game. I don't know if I care too much for it, but we'll have to find out. I was hoping the Legend series was going to stay more a little bit closer to what the other, like what Legends Arceus was, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I hope it's going to be good, but we're going to have to find out. Of course, I reserve all my judgments until the game actually comes out. Very few games will I really say is like terrible beforehand. I pre-ordered the game, so I'm going to play it. I'm curious to see how it plays out, because I might end up liking the mechanic more than I think, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm still very curious on how this game's supposed to play out, because I don't know what approach they're taking, how this is supposed to take place, because all of this is going to be taking place in just the city. So, like, a cool thing about it was the whole region, but you're reducing it down to just the city. So I'm curious what the story is going to be. I don't know what their approach is going to be for it. So we'll have to see. But if they do release starters, that would definitely be interesting to see what their approach is. And nothing. I'm trying to get a Switch 2 for my birthday so that I can run the game. So that you can run the game. What do you mean, run the game? So that you can play the game in optimized form, I guess, is what I assume you mean. Because there's actually, they actually do have the Legends ZA for Switch. They actually made they made Switch and Switch 2 versions of it. I of course got it for the Switch, the Switch 2 because I have the Switch 2. For better and for worse, I have the Switch 2. But I pre-ordered the Switch 2 as soon as that came out, which was before a lot of the shenanigans was announced. So I put in my pre-order before then. So I kind of ended up living with the fact of all the stuff that I didn't agree with the Switch 2. But it is what it is. I don't do modding or anything on my Switch. I didn't on my first one. I didn't plan on doing it on this one either. So I likely won't ever have any issues with it. But I do have an issue with the fact of basically renting a console, but paying full price to own it, and Nintendo just owns the license. They basically owns the right to say you don't own what you own anymore. I don't really agree with that, and that's not something I like, but unfortunately there's not anything I can do about it, and I had already put in the pre-orders, so realistically the only reason I have the Switch 2 is just simply because I have the pre-order in already. Because for the most part, the only like Nintendo exclusives that I play is Pokemon. That's about it. There are very few other exclusives that I play that are Nintendo. Everything else I play is pretty much available on any other console. So Nintendo keeps going down the path that they're going down. I'm not above leaving. It's just like consoles in general. I'm trying to switch over fully to PC just because I'm kind of over the whole way consoles have been going. Although they have been reverting back to actually being good, but it's just PC is just better on just about every front. So I don't know why I wouldn't. My Switch is going to be 8 years old in a month. I can barely use YouTube. I don't use my Switch for YouTube. I just use it for games. But understandable. I mean, the Switch has its limits. I mean, it wasn't designed to be able to last forever, of course. But I mean, you very well still could play the next game on it. It will have its own version of the game. It might not play as smooth as a Switch 2 would, but I mean, it very well could. Now, granted, this shiny hunt is a testament to the Switch 2. The Switch 1, doing the shiny hunt, it was a minimum of 2 minutes to like 2.5 minutes per attempt because of how long it took to load the game in the Switch 1 versus what it takes to load it in the Switch 2. I'm able to do these in about a minute. As long as I'm like keeping up with it, going through and, like keeping up on it, I can do these in a minute per each attempt. I could not do that with the Switch if I wanted to. At its fastest, I could do 2 minutes because it took so long to load. Which might sound like a lot and might not sound like a lot, but the difference between a whole extra minute you're getting in 60 attempts in an hour versus 30 attempts in an hour, that adds up a lot. That adds up quite a lot. Especially in the long run. Alright, let's see. That was our 80th attempt. Oh. I'm curious at what Mega Fraligator will look like. I'm curious what it'll look like as well. I'm curious what they'll all look like. Like I said, I can think of a couple of different things that would be pretty cool for both Endor and Fraligator. I don't know how they're going to take Megadian, but I think that they have a lot of opportunities to make some pretty good ones for all three of those starters. And I'm pretty sure the final product's going to be just fine regardless. People will complain regardless, one way or another. Some people won't like it, others will. It is what it is, that's how it goes. But we'll just have to wait and see. I missed it. Alright, there he is. Alright. Now! Restart. There we go. Alright. And here we go again. And another miss. Alright, here we go. And nothing there. Next. Alright. We are at... This is attempt 85, I think, actually. Yep, this is 85. And nothing. On 86. Let's see. Hope for the best. Prepare for the worst. We got 15 more attempts. I was going to try and do more. But after being up so late last night and not getting any sleep, I probably shouldn't try and do that twice. So, I'm probably going to cut it off at 100. But at least minimum of getting 100 of these in every stream is good. I couldn't sleep at all. Oof. I was able to sleep. It's not that I didn't, it's just, I don't know why I keep waking up. I've been having problems with it a lot lately. I think it's my insomnia semi-kicking back up again. It does that every once in a while, where it just kicks into hyperdrive for some reason, and it just likes to... It's either it keeps me up really late, or it constantly keeps waking me up in the middle of the night. It's one of the two. It's alright. I won't die. It'll be okay. Hopefully tonight, since I'm extra tired, it'll leave me be, and I'll just sleep well tonight. Alright. And nothing. Next one. Alright. This is 83. Right? No. And doesn't matter, he's not shiny. Alright. $88. Alright. Next one. And nothing. That was 89. Alright. And this is not it. Okay. Next one. Well, that was 90. Alright. Last 10. We got 10 more attempts. We're gonna see what happens. You should pick the ball all the way to the left. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I really like the one in the middle. I think the one in the middle is gonna be that winner that I'm looking for. And there we go. And another shiny Chimchar miss. Alright, go on. And nothing. No. Next one. There we go. And missed it again. Oh well. Next one. Maybe the right. I really like that middle one, though. That middle one's really calling to me, man. Alright, and that's another miss. Well, that's 95 right there, so that leaves us with 5 more attempts. And that'll probably wrap it up for the night. Come on, give it a try. No, you can't be working these thoughts into my brain. I can't entertain that, because the one time I entertain that's gonna be the one time I regret it most. I know my luck. It sucks, but not when those kind of things happen. I can't give in to the... You're like the devil on my shoulders. Like, come on, you know you want to try it. Just one time. You know, just one time. That one time is the biggest mistake you'll ever make. That one time would be the shiny Chimchar in a sea of non-shiny Chimchar. Alright, 96 here. Let's see what we got. And nothing there. Next one. On to 97. And nope. Next one. All right. $98? And it's not it either. All right. All right, we're going to 99. You want to try? You know you want. A blue turtle won't be a big deal. I don't know about it, Chief. I don't know. It's tempting. Even a game wants it. Come on. A little turtle never hurt anyone. But it'll hurt my soul. It'll hurt me. Both emotionally and physically. Because I'll be so emotionally damaged. The emotional damage will be outstanding. Attempt number 99, isn't it? Alright, on to the final attempt. Attempt 100. Alright. This is it. Attempt 100. Come on. And that's not it. Well, that's unfortunate. 100 attempts. Another 100 attempts, I should say. And another 100 fails. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. So, unfortunately, didn't get it again. Come on, what's the worst that could happen? Well, the worst that could happen is nothing, because didn't get it. It is a sad day. You know what? Fine. I'll do one. So this doesn't count for the other. I will do one turtwig for you. We did our 100 attempts again, and it failed for the second day, but I will do one turtwig. Yeah, I swear, if this is a shiny turtwig, I'm going to be very disappointed. I'm going to be incredibly disappointed. Alright, let's get through all this dialogue, yada yada. Get out the way, old man. We don't need to hear you spiel again. Alright, here we go. One turtwig. Here you go. And there it is. It isn't shiny. Just a random turtwig. Well, with that, we have officially completed another stream with no shiny Chimchar. Wait, it was shiny. I'm glad it's not a shiny. I don't know that I could have lived with another shiny that isn't what I was looking for. But that is gonna be it. I'm probably gonna call it a night so that I can actually try and get some sleep because I haven't been getting sleep. So, thanks to everybody who decided to stop by and tune in. Dino Guy, I appreciate you being here for almost the entire stream. Hanging out, who died laughing. Yeah, you probably would have. You convinced me to do one more just to absolutely send me spiraling in emotional damage. But I appreciate you hanging out here chatting with me the whole stream pretty much. And as well as everybody else. We have not managed to secure the shiny Chimchar once again, which means I shall return. I am going to continue this. This is going to be almost like a mini-series for me, I guess, seeing as this just continues to keep happening. So, I'm going to keep going until I can manage to finally get it. Coming back tomorrow. We'll see. I may or may not keep doing this in a row. Might have to take a break from it. But I will definitely be doing... I'm going to try and make it my goal to at a minimum do at least one of these streams a week to do at least 100 encounters. So, that's my goal. That way I can say that I'm definitely giving it another go around. It's so turquoise. The shiny Chimchar it'll be here eventually. It can't avoid me forever, surely. But thanks everybody for tuning in. Dino, thanks for hanging out with me, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.